Ladies and gentlemen, sex is not for codependent males. Okay? Sex and blowjobs and intimacy is reserved for real men. Real men, all capital letters. REAL space MEN exclamation point. Okay? It is not designed, nor should it be carried out on behalf of those who are, what do you call, severely and just entirely codependent, narcissistic, bullies, temper tantrum havers. Okay, these are the ones that burn down cities simply because a fucking goddamn drug addict who fucking he was vicious and violent. Okay, put a gun to a pregnant woman's belly. And then you guys fucking burned down the city and had nerve to make a fucking statue. This is unacceptable. You know, if you're gonna have sex, have good sex. And I'm getting really tired of heterosexual men being fucking targeted and disrespected. And as if, they're being basically, I don't know, some type of social engineering that is like, oh, well, just because he's having the sex that is actually respective to nature and biology, that makes him a bad person or somehow he needs to be disrespected. The folks should be promoting natural, logical, sensible sex. Like, sex is not bad. Every last one of us got here from somebody busting a nut, and that is the truth. So rather than demonizing sex or only promoting everything that it's like non-sex based, and it seems non-sex based because it just seems unrealistic and it's unnatural. Okay, and I don't have anything against homosexuals. Hell, I like women. So, okay, just get that out of your head. But I'm saying that there should be no such thing as a bisexual male. That's impossible. That is a gay male. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. He's having sex with males and then risking and endangering women's bodies, because that is what is being done when you have sex with a male and then have nerve and the nair nigga audacity to come ponder your ass on over to the real side of sex. No, you stay over there with the males and don't come back. How dare you, you greedy, selfish slut. They ain't trying to hear this, trying to censor me now. Yeah, if women or females, you're signing up for that type of relationship, you should know that that's dangerous, and you're putting yourself at a huge risk by doing so. But by all means, if you guys are being open and honest and transparent, that's fine. I don't care. You're adults, do what you do. But for the rest of you who have nerve enough to hide it, and then try and use females like a beard, or try and fucking do all this bullshit, backdoor bullshit, unacceptable. To me, it's treasonous. Okay? I like heterosexual men. Like, nothing pisses me off more than to I'm like, bisexual. That's an oxymoron. You're not a bisexual. You're just being relentlessly fucking wicked and trash. And then especially if you have to lie and hide it. That's how you know you're wrong. You know that you're wrong, and I know that you're wrong. And leave the heterosexual men alone. They don't need any social engineering. I'm getting pissed. I'm about to start war. Like, women already have enough fucking issues with the terrible sex that's going on around in these communities, or the lack thereof. Leave straight men alone. Another thing is, men who pay the bill, the man who payeth the bills, is entitled to cheat respectively. Respectively meaning he's not doing it to hurt you, bitch. He's doing it because he was horny at that moment and something fucking excited him. So if he's practicing clean, safe sex, and at least it's with a woman and not a fucking male or a dog or an animal, leave him the fuck alone. He's paying the bills, he's taking care of your kids. Leave that man alone. Like, seriously, y'all be ruining your relationships and shit over some shit that shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't matter, especially if he's taking care of business. Like, let the man do what the fuck he does. Now, as for the women on the other side, if you want to get a vibrator, or you want to have a female friend or whatever, I mean, I think if you're going to have nerve enough to so-called cheat or have revenge sex, I mean, at least do it correctly. Like, If you don't have the backbone to say to your spouse, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, if he's away or whatever the fuck, you don't have nerve enough to bring it up or to even ask, then I think, fuck, what are you doing in a relationship? Because if you can't be honest with your partner, then fuck it. What's the point? What is the point? It's not the same, you know? It's just sex, honestly, needs to needs to be normal. Natural sex between a man and a woman needs to be normal again. Not no rainbow flags and shit. I don't care what nobody has to say. Cause everybody else gets to be pronounced and be specific and fucking be all, what you call it, outright and in front of the kids. You've seen these gay fucking parades and shit with the dildos out and they're fucking wearing all types of fucking nasty ass costumes and shit that's just flamboyant and ridiculous and trying to make this seem like we're the bad ones by saying this is unacceptable. Your kids are out there touching I seen it with my own eyes, touching the fucking dildos and shit and laughing. That is just trash. Why? Why? But then when it comes to heterosexual men and women having sex or having what do you call it? PDA, public displays of affection. Oh, it's like everything that's normal or makes sense is fucking demonized in this fucking world, which is bullshit. Men like vaginas for the most part. Those who don't, that's fine. But for folks who are hiding that they're with males and shit, shame on you. Shame on you, and how dare you spreading diseases and fucking putting everybody's fucking health at risk. The fuck? No, sex would be great if people just practice these realistic principles. I don't care. I feel like men are entitled to do whatever the fuck they want, so long as they're productive and constructive and not fucking tearing people down. But like I said, for these codependent ass males, who are whatever, wherever they're coming from, wherever their excuse is for being a fucking asshole, they're fucking evil to the real men. They gang up on them, threaten them, try to pressure them into the fucking misogynistic culture and shit. Like I'm sick of that bullshit. That shit don't work no more. And maybe it worked when I was younger, but that shit does not work. Trying to intimidate and bully their way into some pussy and shit. It's fucking trash. Just trash. Have you ever seen some shit like that? Well, I have. They pressure people, and then the females, especially if they're young, they fucking give in because they want to be. It's a survival mechanism. So then this motherfucker was able to fucking intimidate his way into some pussy who was not entitled to. Bitch, please. That's a criminal offense. He should go to life for life. Because you just fucking up the whole game. Fucking up the whole game for no good reason. I'm sick of it. I'm sure real men would be like, that bitch is right. Because I am right. I know when I'm right and when I'm wrong. Fucking if your man is taking care of business, he's a good father, or if he have kids or not. Fucking he goes to work, he fucking does what he does, and he don't, fuck it. I can't imagine why y'all get upset. It's so they could murder their husbands or murder the mistress and shit. Like what the fuck, bitch? Get therapy. Get a fucking punching bag. Get a vibrator. Get a dildo. They got fucking machines. Fucking goddamn. I mean, fuck. If worse comes to worse and push comes to shove, call your husband. The one who so called cheated on you, and fucking you say, you know what? Motherfucker, since you felt like cheating on me, I'm gonna fuck your cousin. The cute one. Yeah, that one. Do some shit like that. I mean, but if it's gonna make you shut the fuck up and fucking deal with it, because all these divorces, these costly I mean, you have kids too, so then you're gonna tear apart the family on some dumb shit like that? Absolutely not. Fucking, I would be married to probably a fucking closet nympho. Like, whatever. And fucking like there's days like even though I like sex, there's days where I don't even fucking want to look at people. It happens. That's just part of being a woman sometimes. There are some women who might want to have sex all the time. I don't. There's just, it comes to be that time of the month, or maybe I'm just not feeling like it. I'm tired, fucking whatever the issue is. Fucking I'd be like, bring Brenda, bring your fucking ass on over here. I got a couple hundreds for you. Fucking yes, go to the basement and whatever, and then get the fuck out. And I'll see you whenever. Okay, you still got the same number? Okay, good. Yeah, wear the red one. Okay. Yeah, put that one on. Not that. Put the red one on because you know that's his favorite color is red. Wear the red thong because that'll get him going, and then fucking take him to the basement, and then yeah, so I can watch my TV show or whatever the fuck I want to do. He can get the fuck out of my face. I can spend his fucking money. Goodbye, you know. And that's life. That's how life really should be. And that if I was the president, I think y'all would be happy. I don't ever want to be president, but I think y'all need me as a president. I'd be like, no. And like I said, on the federally recognized holidays, if you're married, your husband needs a blowjob. And if he's not at home to receive one, then he can postpone that for the next available day for him. And if you don't give it to him and you refuse to give it to him on these federally recognized and reserved holidays or on the day of which he returns to home base, and you don't give that motherfucker what he wants, then you're going to jail. You're going to jail because fucking your husbands and these men are fucking losing their minds. And I think honestly, with good healthy sexual practices, you might be able to save the world, women. And I know I'm putting a lot of fucking burden or responsibility on you, but let's be serious. Men are designed and their biology, how they it's a predisposition. That is probably what would be required to bring world peace. And that is what the fuck I'm suggesting. And that is my public and political policy is that federally reserved, okay? He can get blowjob, sex, whatever. You know, no, you don't have to do anal. You don't have to do that crazy ass shit. But there needs to be a fucking compromise. And we just have too much. We have it to where these entitled ass brats over here who have threatened their way into some pussy were able to gain access to fucking vagina that they were not entitled to in the first damn place. Another one. This one is gonna be kind of hard because I know a lot of folks ain't ready to hear this. You know, God is good, okay? And here's my thing. To every issue that we have as the beings that we are, with every flaw and every fucking what can we say? All of our imperfections have a solution or resolution. Okay? And for those who are into basically having relations with those who are quote unquote minors, okay? Asian women, believe it or not, have a tendency to look very young. Like she could be 60 years old and she looked like she damn near 15. And God designed it this way for a reason because God has a great sense of humor and because God is a super genius. I mean, just think about it. The resolution to a pedophile is to go for an Asian because she looks very young and she has a slow aging process, and she's a lot of times you'll see it more often than not, she's short, she's not very tall, so she looks like a baby. She looks like So stop the bullshit and stop making excuses for destroying the children's. You're robbing them of their childhood and their innocence. There is a solution. Implement it. So then when you see Lucy Kwan and what's another good name that they Song Lee, when you see them, or you have to fly out to the Philippines, there's all different flavors of Asia. Go there, and as long as you have the required resources and the respectability, do that instead of having to resort to destroying the children. Like, what is hard about that? It should not be hard. There's a solution to every problem, even to those who are into young boys. There's all types of demographics that have this, where they have a slow aging process and they end up looking what y'all call non-binary, or they look like both. You can't tell if it's a girl or a boy in a lot of these situations. Pick the lesser evil and stop ruining each other and this planet. There's ways of being evil without having to fucking be so irreparably evil that there's just no coming back from that. Our preservation of the human race depends on this. And I guess you guys just want to be on a suicide mission, because what you're doing is you're driving people to commit suicide, to do all these killings and fucking bullshit. They are depressed. Stop it. And stop being selfish and stupid, because it's stupid. Sex is great. We all got here from the Big Bang. And literally, people thought it was two rocks hitting each other. Where the fuck did you get two rocks from the word Big Bang? Big Bang. That was probably like an orgy fest and shit. Who knows? Fucking, what do you call that? Wife swapping or whatever the fuck. A big bang means just that. Y'all be trying to make things complex and complicated. God likes sex, just like we do. There's no way in hell that anyone that created us didn't like or didn't know or didn't have and then y'all have the nerve to introduce these religious principles that basically shun or try and shame people or guilt people from having normal heterosexual sex. It's stupid. It is fucking dumb. Anyway, some of y'all have some really beautiful children. So if I were you, I'd get on it and figure something out because, the world needs replenishing, but, do it right this time and stop fucking making these damn beasts and demons out here. And we might be able to see some. I mean, seriously, haven't we gotten out of are we ready to mature and advance ourselves and ascend? It would require having some humility for good reasons, not fake shame and guilt and fear and fucking all that fucking, what do you call it? Blackmailing and stupid ass shit. Let's just be done with it. So what did I say? I'm the president imaginatively, and I'm saying that women, especially if you're married, your husband is worthy of getting a blowjob on federally recognized holidays. And also, if he's not at home to receive it on that specific holiday, then he's entitled to reserve his day. And if I find out or if it's brought forth that she did not do what the fuck this man needed so that he will not become a fucking psychopath and bomb some shit, then you're going to fucking jail until you can get with the program because you're married. What do you think he really married you for? Let's be honest. It's not just to be, a pervert. No, but that's what men need. And that's just is what it is. You're going to have to compromise. And I'm sick of you bitches fucking trying to dangle that carrot in front of him when you're creating these problems. Where do you think his anger is really coming from? He can't help it. It's his biological design. That's how it is. So then, rather than fucking no, 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 not no, 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 and I've seen this, and we know these things to be true. There's a lot of marriages that are sexless, where the man has been pulled on a little string for years and years and years. What do you think that's doing? He's fucking down in that basement, jacking off, watching all types of weird ass porn, and fucking your daughters and shit. Your sons are not safe because the fucking beast takes over him, and and I'm not blaming women, but I'm saying if you have nerve enough to marry this motherfucker, you should have you have the responsibility to neutralize the issue, and it would be so simple. I think honestly, it's not to be disrespectful, it's not to punish, it is to because why else are you getting married? When you know that men need fucking sex. I mean, that's just since the dawn of time, you should have known this. I mean, all the books, every religious sector basically has already said. I mean, look in the book of Enoch saying, oh, the fallen angels, and I mean, even God's army or whatever the fuck, God's kids or whatever the fuck, looked down from heaven and seen the beautiful children that the men had on the earth, and they said, fuck that, we're getting some pussy. So if they was willing to get cast down from fucking heaven, I mean, it must be nice in heaven, but they got kicked out on the behalf of your pussy. So what makes you think that this motherfucking world cannot be saved? I mean, seriously. Men fight a lot of times because they're aggressive and because they have built up fucking rage because they're part fucking demon. And that's it, it's the truth. And unless you're willing to fucking acquiesce to what he needs, then you're part of the problem. Bitch, give him some fucking pussy. Service the account so that we can all get some sleep and live in peace. Now, but as for this bitch who fucking wants to peer pressure and intimidate and bully his way into the panties, that motherfucker needs to be in prison for life. He's not entitled to no pussy, especially when he's not fucking doing anything but making a bunch of children that the whole population is raising and their taxes are paying for. And that's fucking embarrassing. They didn't fuck anyone to make those kids, but they got to pay for them. They got money that's taken out of their check. Every time they get paid, them kids is being paid. And then don't even get me started down that rabbit hole because it's just, it is what it is. This motherfucker creating multiple children and not taking care of not nan one of them. Nan one of them. but everyone else is. That's unacceptable. This cannot continue on this way. So we're going to leave it here. I bet you, I promise you, I can almost guarantee it. If my presidential value was implemented into this world would probably be the best place to be. You think so? Because I'm pretty sure. I almost bet with my life.
Give this speech.
It's the truth. It's what the people